It's time to turn your life-challenging moments into life-changing messages. Welcome to the Power Lift Stories podcast, where we are interviewing women whose stories will leave you lifted up, fired up, and fueled up with hope, courage, and inspiration. We want to thank our sponsor, Powerful Journey, who helps women tell their stories, write their books, and building a profitable brand around both. Join the masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com. That is PHYLLISJENKINS.com. Now here's your host, Phyllis Jenkins.
Hello there, and welcome to the Power Lift Stories podcast. We are so excited to have you back with us today, and we are still celebrating our authors who are a part of the Telling Our Stories anthology. Today we have Rhonda Rainey with us, and we will get into her one-on-one interview soon, but right now, we are going to allow her family and friends to cheer her on. You guys know that I always love to cheer on our authors. And so let's just start with Miss Bridget, if you would unmute. And from Bridget, we will move down to Jerry.
Well, thank you for having me. I just want to tell my cousin Rhonda how excited I am to learn more about you. You have been such a precious gift, not only to me, but to the family. And I'm just so excited to hear about this journey and learn from you. So that's all.
Thank you. And we'll move down to Jerry. And Jerry, after you, Ms. Barber, if you would unmute. And Jerry?
Okay. Thank you for having me. It is a pleasure and an honor to speak on my sister's behalf. My sister has always been a catalyst for literacy in my life. I've been chasing her ever since I can remember. And for her to write a book is just the perfect, it's perfect. And it'll be featured in my library, my personal library at home. So congratulations. Hey, you keep doing it. I'm still chasing you. Okay.
Yes. Rhonda, I just thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. It's just an honor. And I thank you for inviting me. And you have always been, since I've met you, you've always been a special person to me. And thank you.
Oh, that is so very sweet. All right. We are moving over to Miss Sophia, and then from there, Aunt Exa.
Sorry, I had a little hard time unmuting there, but I would just like to say to my sweet, sweet sister-in-law, I am so excited to be here with you today and to meet so many people that I've heard so much about in your life, and to know that you are such a wonderful family person. And I just love that people are going to get to know you like I do as you go through this endeavor and you come out with this book. It's going to be wonderful for people to understand your integrity, your generosity, your love of family, your Christ-likeness, your wonderful counsel. And I could just go on, but I'm just so happy to be in your corner, and I'm behind you 100%.
Love it, love it. Aunt Exa, and after Aunt Exa is Miss Donna.
Hello, Rhonda and Jerry. I have known them all of their life. I have been in their life, and I am so very proud of you, Rhonda. I can't wait to add that book that you're writing to my collection. I have a library that has a spot just for that book. Congratulations ahead of time. Blessings for you. I love you. Let's do this.
All right, I love it. Let's do this. Miss Donna, and after Miss Donna, we have Annette, please.
Hi, Rhonda. I just want you to know that I am so very proud of you. I know that you've been on this journey for quite some time, and I'm glad that you finally decided to share it with everyone. So I just want you to know that I love you and you have all of my support, 100%. And I pray that you will continue to let God use you for just the person that you are. I love you, my dear friend, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right, Miss Annette.
Okay, yes. Hi, Rhonda. I'm so glad to be a part of this launch. So looking forward to hearing your truth, your story. Congratulations, and the best to you for having the courage to tell your story and to speak your truth. Congratulations, many blessings, and I will continue to pray for you.
Wonderful, thank you. And last but certainly not least is Miss Faye Curtis, who is another one of the authors in the anthology as well.
Hi, Rhonda. This is Faye. I want to say hi to everyone. It is an honor and a pleasure to be on the line to support my sister in her journey. I am so proud of you that you accomplished this goal. And just seeing everyone on here supporting you is truly a blessing. So we look forward to the remainder of your interview.
Well, I want to thank everyone for cheering Rhonda on. And Rhonda, if you would unmute now, we will go into our one-on-one interview. And I just have to say that I have known Rhonda for several years now. She has been a big supporter of Powerful Journey, and I am so excited that you are a part of the anthology. Rhonda is a wife. She's a mother. She's the grandmother of 3 beautiful granddaughters. She is a caregiver, a new author, and she holds a BA as well as an MBA in business administration. And she is retired, so she can write as many books as she wants to. Rhonda, welcome, and how exciting it is to have you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Phyllis and I have been down a road. There's a story in that, but we'll have to save that for later. But she's never let me go, and I am so grateful to God that she just held on to me.
Well, you know, when God puts people in our lives, he does so for a reason. And we
true.
know that he indeed have both of us on a powerful journey. So with that said, let's just move into your story a little. What's the title of your story that's in the anthology? And share with everyone your why. Why did you share this particular story?
So the title of my book is When God Says No. And the reason for the title is, you know, people struggle all the time with praying for whatever it is. And maybe God takes too long, or maybe God says no. And you don't understand it at the time. But like they say, in time, you will. So my story is about when the first time that God said no to me, and it was when my father passed. I was about 20, and I was just devastated because he was so young. And I was like, okay, God, please just don't, this can't be real, you know, just praying. And God said, this is real. I didn't understand it at the time, went through a lot at the time, went down some wrong roads and some right ones, and found my way back to God. And it's it's been a journey. And it's also the journey in that. Sometimes when God says no, you tend to not pray. I've heard people say, well, all we can do is pray now. Like that's the last thing you do. That's your first thing that you do. And that's what this book is about. Sometimes when you don't pray first, you don't use your superpower, God will send you into the wilderness of some places that you don't want to be. And I think I did a little bit of that, but God brought me back. So the book is about the story of my father's death, is about hope, is about trusting God.
And I love, Rhonda, how you took a situation like that and you learned lessons from it, but you didn't keep those lessons to yourself. You are sharing those lessons for others so that they can receive hope and inspiration and encouragement along the way, no matter what challenge they're facing. So right. Thank you so much for doing that. And I've read the story and it really moves. It will move every reader that reads it. And I just want to ask now, what is it that you want every reader to walk away with once they've read your story? And some of them will even see themselves in your particular story. It will mirror their life as well. And so what is it that you want the reader to walk away with?
First, encouragement, because even in this time that we're living in right now, so many people are lost, have passed, are sick, or something's going on. It could be the relationship is gone astray or something like that. But encouragement first, and then learning to trust God, to go to him first, because we don't sometimes. I didn't. I ran away and did a whole lot of different things before I figured it out. And I don't have it all figured out, believe me, but I know that he is first. He is in control. And so if it encourages just somebody that has felt the pain of a loved one being lost, or a relationship gone astray, a loss of, maybe your child's out of control, then I hope it encourages that person to trust God first and pray about it. Use that superpower. There's going to be a lot of people that tell you to do something different, and you just stay focused on God.
I love that. Stay focused on God, no matter what you're going through. Stay focused on God, and he will give guidance and yes, lead you out of that particular situation. So Rhonda, what would you say to especially a woman who has a story to tell? Because we all have a story to tell.
Yes.
What would you say to that woman who is afraid to stand up and step out, as you have done, to share her story?
First, of course, pray on it. Pray hard on it, because I was really, really scared to do this. And people who have been with me on this journey, the powerful journey, know that I was like, okay, I want to do it, but then I don't want to do it. I don't want to tell this story. So pray about it and trust what God leads you to. God is going to lead you. As soon as you start praying on it, he's going to start taking you where he wants you to go. But you got to trust him, because he could take you in a direction that you throw your hands up and say, what are we doing? But trust him and surround yourself with the people just like that on this call with me today that are positive. They are right there with you. You need people who support you. And even when you don't do it right, they don't, chop you up or cut you down or anything like that. They keep pushing you forward. And that's what I have here.
That's great. And yes, it is always, always great to surround yourself with positive people. And Rhonda, you mentioned that you were afraid to share your story. And we can tell now that you are excited that you have decided to do that. So what was that like once you got it on paper and you got it out of your heart onto the paper and now know that others are going to read it? What does that feel like?
Scary, excited. Still scary, but very excited. And you know what? Once I got this one short story chapter or my story on paper, it made me keep writing. It made me keep going. And so it's a lot of things are pouring out. And this is very healing for me because that was one of the toughest life events in my life. And it took me a while to get through it. So now I'm just excited that it could help somebody, that it can help whoever, someone, just encourage someone to move forward with it, no matter what. Just do it scared. Do it scared. Just keep pushing.
Do it scared, keep pushing. And Rhonda, you've said what so many other authors and speakers that have come through the Powerful Journey has said, that once they wrote it, once they became that published author, once they stood on the stage and shared their story, it was like a freedom, something lifted off of them. And knowing that that story went forward and helped someone else who thought that they were the only ones going through whatever it was that they were experiencing at the time. Speaking of experiences, as we bring our interview to a close, I would like for you to share your experience with the Powerful Journey Anthology, because let me just say this is our volume 1, and we already have a waiting list for volume 2. We will kick that off in December. So if you are listening or watching this podcast and you are ready to courageously step forward and share your story, then reach out to me, because we are accepting applicants now for volume 2. So Rhonda, tell everybody, what was this like for you?
It was great. Like you said earlier, the Powerful Journey has been a part of my life for the last 3, almost 4 years now. And a lot of the people on here have been invited to the Powerful Journey conferences. So of course, since COVID, it's been difficult, but we still had virtual. I'm looking forward to April and hoping that everything will go well and the people can come out. But this experience is truly exactly what you say. It's a powerful journey. I have listened to some of the most moving stories. I've read some of the books. One of the ladies that I know, her book called The Briefcase, her name is Lori Jones. And she is the one who actually said, let's go, buy a ticket, come see me. And I was like, well, I don't want to do it, but it was the most moving experience. And you can ask anyone, at least 2 of the ladies on this call have been with me at Powerful Journey, and they have been backing me the whole time. So Miss B and Donna have been right there. And I usually bring an entourage. Seriously.
Yes,
I bring 7, 8 women in there with me, because it is very exciting to go and hear. And like you said, Phyllis, sometimes you think you're the only one going through something. And when you go in and listen to the stories of these ladies, of these young girls, it is the most powerful thing that I've ever been involved in. So I am just grateful. Thank you for scooping me up.
I thank God for sending you this way. And our story is indeed for God's glory. I want to say thank you again to your family and friends who are here today to support you. Be sure to join us again November 20th. That is the big party launch that we will have. And that's the first day of the book sales. So we are going to have a great time. Rhonda will make sure that you have the link so that you can come back and join us. And again, to our audience today, we thank you for joining in again. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the podcast on the YouTube channel. Everything is in the notes below. And also comment. Let Rhonda know that you've enjoyed listening and that you're looking forward to reading her story in the anthology. The title of the anthology, again, is Telling Our Stories Anthology. We look forward to seeing you back next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Love you. Kisses.
Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in being on the show, go to phyllisjenkins.com. You can also sign up for the Powerful Journey Masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com.